Good day to you. You are logged on to the Computer Corner show. I'm your host, Phil Shortell, instructor emeritus at Computer Corner in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And with me here today is Carol Petronovich, one of the owners and founders of Computer Corner. Good day to you.
Good day, everyone.
Hey, if you're clueless about cloud computing or confused about containers, or you're cool with cookies and think that's good, well, listen to us today and maybe tune into some of our previous and certainly our future podcasts.
The Computer Corner show is now available via a link from the Computer Corner website at www.compcorner.com. And it's also available on YouTube, which is actually a better way to find us. Just search for Computer Corner in Albuquerque and you'll get right to us.
Well, we really understand too that some people listening to us on YouTube may not know anything about Computer Corner, so let us tell you a bit about ourselves.
Computer Corner's been in business in New Mexico since 1983, so quite a long time.
Yeah.
And we offer computer sales, service, training, and electronic recycling to home users, businesses, and state, local, and federal government.
We say that Computer Corner is high tech with a human touch because customer service is our primary focus.
Absolutely. And I mentioned computer recycling a moment ago. When you recycle at Computer Corner, well, number one, it's free, which is always a good thing.
Always good.
And number two, you get a donation certificate because we work with a not-for-profit organization whose volunteers rebuild and recycle the equipment that they can back into the community.
We also give you coupons for a free computer diagnostic exam in the Computer Corner service department, along with a coupon for $10 savings on any Equus computer system.
So just a note about Equus computer systems. These are desktop computers that we build at Computer Corner, and they are named Equus, which is spelled E-Q-U-U-S, which is Latin for horse. And we have actually trademarked the name Equus to Computer Corner in New Mexico, which is kind of cool. So it's a New Mexico product. We use the highest quality components in the assembly of all the Equus systems, and the systems themselves tend to last years longer than many on the market today.
Today we have an interesting topic for you, not to bring out the paranoid side of any of us, but how private do you think your internet surfing really is? It's not. In fact, privacy is real. Well, it's really bad.
Mm-hmm. According to a recent audit conducted by a company called the Markup, 87% of the world's most popular web domains engage in some form of digital tracking technology, even when you don't know it.
Yeah. Some websites will show you a little pop-up message that says something like, this site uses cookies for tracking, and then ask you to either allow that or not.
Unfortunately, whether you opt in or out of the tracking, it may still be going on.
Yes, indeed. As a side note, let's talk about cookies for just a moment. Not the ones that are my favorites, which are peanut butter, chocolate chip, shortbread, and snickerdoodles. But we're talking about different kinds of cookies here. Tracking cookies on the internet, or officially HTTP cookies. They do a great deal of the work that makes it convenient for you to browse the internet. They cache or keep track of where you search and make it easier and faster to access that site or other similar sites in the future.
Right. And if you shop online, for instance, and I do hope you're shopping locally as well, but if you shop online, the retailer's website might store your passwords or some of your past purchases, and that can be very convenient.
While that part is good, they can also have a dark side.
Mm-hmm. So the term cookie is actually short for magic cookie, which is not a term from the 60s flower power era. It is a term for a packet of data that a computer receives and sends back without changing or altering it.
No matter what you call it, a cookie contains information. When you surf the web, the website sends the cookie to your computer, and your computer stores it in a file located inside your web browser. You may be using Firefox, Chrome, Edge, whatever, for example, any of the browsers that are out there.
Right. So there are also different types of cookies, not peanut butter or shortbread, but session cookies, which are deleted or deactivated once you leave that website. There are also tracking cookies, which create long-term records of multiple visits to the same site.
Normally, cookies don't transfer viruses or malware because, as mentioned before, the cookie doesn't change when it travels back and forth. The actual logistics of that's a little hard to explain, but trust us. But there are also super cookies, which can be a security concern, and zombie cookies, which recreate themselves even after you delete them.
Yeah, zombie cookies. That sounds bad. But it's almost Halloween, so well, I guess we could talk more about zombie cookies,
Yes, we
but
can.
we won't. But we'll talk about deleting cookies, though. And it's a good idea to do that at least once a week, if not daily. And the way to do this is different in every web browser, unfortunately, but typically you can position your mouse cursor in the top right corner of your browser where there might be three vertical lines or dots. The vertical dots are the way Chrome displays
Mhm.
it, but other browsers are different.
Okay, then in Chrome, you click on those three dots and look for history and then settings, or just go directly to history, which is go directly to settings, pardon me, which is down a little bit lower on that menu. And then to clear browsing data, that's in Chrome. And you can define what you want to delete. You want to get rid of the cookies, you want to get rid of uh, websites you've browsed and history, etc. And you delete what you want to delete. In Firefox, you left click on the three horizontal lines and you go to library. Why they couldn't make this more consistent is beyond me, but
I
they
know,
didn't.
I
Yeah.
know. So as we said, and to Phil's point, depending upon what browser you're using, it will obviously be different uh, ways that you are going to be deleting those cookies. So you may need to go to the help section of your web browser, or if you'd like, you can just email us at Computer Corner and we'd be happy to help you.
Yes.
That is corner@compcorner.com, or you can go to our website and there's a contact page where you can send us an email, and all those emails go directly to me, but we'd be happy to help you.
Mhm. So I hope you've taken that point. You want to clear your browsing data. Now for a few statistics about why you want to do that.
So at the top of the show, we mentioned that 87% of the world's most popular web domains are using digital tracking. Even the websites for the presidential candidates on both sides. Well, I guess on all sides, because I've seen the ballot and there are definitely more than two choices this
Yes,
time.
there are.
But it's certainly not limited to them. It's dog food manufacturers, Amazon, well, you name it, and they're using tracking. But all of those are tracking information, even down to your location based upon your computer's web address.
According to the audit by the company The Markup, which by the way was conducted on 100,000 websites, 4% of these popular websites log the keys you type into forms and boxes, even without you hitting the submit button. So even if you chose not to place an order, you may have already given them your name and address, even if you end the session and clear the cookies.
So where do you think all this wonderful technology comes from? It may not surprise you that it's two of Silicon Valley's giants, really. Google, which now also owns YouTube, and Facebook. They are the leaders providing this technology. In fact, the audit revealed 74% of the websites using this technology were using Google's tracking technology.
This company called The Markup, this time I'm talking about The
Right.
Markup Company, that conducted the audit also has the solution. They've produced a free software product called Blacklight. Now, if you Google that name, be sure to include both The Markup and Blacklight in your search, because there is also another unrelated software product called Blacklight.
Right. Once you do the search for Markup and Blacklight, look for the market.org/Blacklight as the domain name and click on that. Here, you can search for any website's content and look for their tracking technology. You can find out anything that they're using. And by the way, Computer Corner does not use that technology on their website
We
or
do
our
not
website.
track. We do not track. There are also numerous articles on the Markup website about what else they found in their audit and what you can do to protect yourself. The audit and the articles were conducted and written in September 2020. So this is pretty current information.
Yep. And when you enter a website's address in the markups scan field, it scans for ad trackers, it scans for cookies, it scans for session monitoring, and that one is really bad. It's like recording a video of what you're searching on. So session monitoring, when that one comes up, that's not good, at least in my opinion. So this site scans for key logging, and that was something that Phil mentioned a little bit earlier. And there's even a tracking that goes on for cookies that evade cookie blockers.
Yeah. The scan takes between 30 and 90 seconds, so don't worry about it taking a lot of your time.
Right.
But if you use Facebook, you've probably had ads pop up that seem to be targeting your special interest or something you've searched on before. Well, that comes from the tracking technology we've been talking about today. But the Markups website will identify that as well.
It sure will. You could kind of get lost in that website, typing in all those different website domains and seeing who's really doing the tracking. It's kind of interesting and a little bit scary. No, back to Halloween reference, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've come to the end of our show for today. And as always, we hope that you found this show informative and interesting, and hope that you'll listen again in the future. Please support your local businesses like Computer Corner. And if you'd like to get a coupon for a free computer diagnostic exam in the Computer Corner Service Department, you can just subscribe to our e-newsletter on our website at www.compcorner.com. From the homepage, you just scroll all the way down to the bottom of that homepage, and you will be able to enroll in our newsletter or subscribe to our newsletter. And then you will get that digital coupon.
And we promise we're not going to bother you with an email a day or even an email a week. You'll get the newsletter whenever a new issue comes out. That's going to be it. Well, we hope that you'll think of Computer Corner for all your hardware, software, service, and training needs. We also hope you'll join us next month for November's podcast. And if you have a topic you'd like to hear us about, let us know. Until we meet again, mind your bits and bytes. This is Phil.
And Carol.
Wishing you carefree computing. The Computer Corner show is logging off.